to move into our healthy lifestyle segment or bit of the show. We have in studio another lovely lady to help us delve into conversations around lifestyle and kidney issues. If you've been following the news recently, you know that the cost of dialysis is something that's it's not a joke anymore, and you don't want to find yourself in that situation. Hence the need for this discussion. In studio, we have Enna Desia Insia Nomanyo, who is in studio to help us, a registered dietitian, right? Thank you for coming on the show today.
Most welcome.
It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank
Last 2 weeks when we had you, somebody asked what happened to the bread and the cocoa you brought here. But that's a conversation for another day. Enna Desia, today we are focusing on lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Lifestyle issues, and of course, it's related complications it could have on us as humans. And the focus really is on kidney.
Yeah.
Why kidney?
Yes. Surprisingly, kidney infection is getting so common. Those days when you go to the hospital, most of the common disease will be malaria and that is, but now kidney is getting everywhere, everyone. So this month is the kidney month for Ghana Association of Nutritionists and Dietitians. So I thought it as well to talk about kidneys. So kidneys is one of the organs that protects the body. It's supposed to regulate your fluid balance. It's supposed to take out the natural waste from the body. It's supposed to help you clear your system of every toxic. So kidney becomes very important, and we need to give it attention so that we will know how to protect it. Whatever you have, if you don't protect it, you lose it, right?
That's true.
And there are basic things we can do to protect our kidneys so that we don't find ourselves in trouble. Yeah.
Let me promote our WhatsApp numbers and hashtags so that viewers can send in their comments. Do remember hashtag Sunday Breakfast across all social media platforms, and the number to send your questions, messages, whatever, to 0204-447-033. Again, 0204-447-033. Send in all your questions, concerns, and all your answers will be looked at right here on Sunday Breakfast. Now, I've done quite a number of stories on, kidney treatment and with regards to the Renal Patients Association, and they're going through a lot in this country. And I've met children as young as 7 who have, who are on dialysis. And I'm wondering, what are we not doing right? Is it that our diet has changed? What exactly are we not getting right that children as young as 7, even babies, I understand, have kidney disease now?
Okay, so unfortunately, some of them have it right at birth. Okay, so those ones, you can't do much about. He came to the world with it.
So right at birth, is it that the mother may have eaten something?
Sometimes.
Or exposed to something?
Sometimes. Other times, it wasn't formed well.
Right.
There was an abnormal growth or a deformity. So that one.
There's nothing you can do about
but
it.
for us who were born with a healthy kidney, how to protect us is very important. So we are talking more about how to protect what you have. If you didn't get it from birth, you can still manage it to slow down the disease progression.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, interesting. So, Doc, let's diet and kidney disease.
Yes.
Is there a direct correlation in that some of the things we consume directly predisposes us? Does it directly predisposes us to kidney disease?
Yes. So most of the causes of kidney disease is diet related. So the major causes are diabetes and hypertension. diabetes, hypertension are related to dietary issues. Okay, obesity related to dietary issues. So you can understand that diet plays a major role. Even the first 4 diseases that are increasing mortality are all diet related. Okay, so the food is supposed to maintain the body, as we discussed last 2 weeks. So being intentional about what you eat becomes very, very important. So when we get to the kidney, how do we protect the kidney from getting damaged? The major issue has to do with sodium intake, salts. So the way we eat salty food these days is getting overwhelming, and the taste buds now welcomes salty foods. So you go to Chinese restaurants, you go to, even in the house, we are cooking a lot of our meals with products that are concentrated with salt. Sausages are getting so common in our meals these days, and our table salt additions, most of the foods are being preserved with salt already. So WHO recommends that the normal salt intake should be 1 teaspoon. That is 5 grams. You know, a teaspoon, you should have brought the leveled teaspoon, not heaped, leveled. And this is the quantity you are supposed to take throughout the day. In your porridges, on your eggs, your lunch. So you are not supposed to really taste too much salt. You are not supposed to taste salt.
Well, and please pardon the ignorance, right? But I know some people, if Kobe, if it's not on the ampesi with the yam and the nyadua froye, don't eat. And it's not one, like 2, 3, and it's like they eat it almost every other day.
Yes.
Are they at risk?
Some very high risk.
Wow.
So you will see that the Kobe could have been soaked days before use. If you want to get rid of the salt, okay. And by that time, you will not taste the regular taste of the Kobe, because the salt enhances.
So the Kobe and Momoni, all of them.
Kobe and Momoni.
Actually,
so you can use Kobe and not use salt. If you are using a little Kobe in your food, it means that you want to sacrifice your salt. Okay. I had a patient who was came for surgery, and he was supposed to choose between salt, Kobe, and kako.
What a tough choice.
Because I know people who lump all of this in their meal.
No, you have to choose one.
Not even 2 out of the 3.
No, if you are using just a little Kobe. You know, Ghanaian meals have their traditional taste, and some of them don't want to sacrifice. So to be able to manage,
tough choice.
To be able to manage people's love for their food, you have to consider these factors. I will hurriedly say take away Kobe, but somebody will fall into serious depression because of Kobe.
I mean, like I said, I know people who will go lengths really to and when you go buy food in some of these popular local eatery points, it's a delicacy for people, right?
Yes.
I quite recall a colleague did a report on the fish market at Adabraka, and the market gurus were the Kobe sellers. So you could clearly tell that it's a high demand delicacy.
It's a delicacy. So for that matter, you manage it in such a way that if you're adding just a little, sometimes, so I had a patient who we had to manage the blood sugar levels very well because he was near amputation.
Oh, wow.
And he also had to save, I mean, a young man. when the meals were served him at the ward, we realized he wasn't able to eat because we took away all these factors. I met him, why are you not eating? These are healthy meals. Madam,
It's not the same. It's not the same again.
So now you take just a little Kobe, flake it into the meal to help him enjoy. I took away the salt, flaked the Kobe just a little, just because he could feel a little Kobe. We were getting results.
As against having nothing at all, where the food was just completely unattractive to him.
So it comes back to quantities. It comes back to how you play around the healthy ones with not so healthy. We are supposed to have about 0.5 of these in our meals. So how are you able to manage it so well that you don't go beyond the requirement? So if you will choose your Kobe, stick to the little amount, add it almost to the end, you will enjoy it, and then you take away the salt.
Is the 0.5 per meal, or like the whole day? Like every meal that you eat the whole day has to be 0.5? Or is it 0.5 per meal? Per breakfast, 0.5, lunch, 0.5? Like,
and what do you
I want to know. I want to know.
Sometimes if you don't know the truth, you're okay
so
with
we're
it.
here to, uncover the truth. So
Per
meal. Okay, thank goodness. Per meal. All right, what's the best diet though for my kidneys?
Okay, so kidneys always go for healthy diets. Healthy diets is that general, more fiber, more vegetables, less fruits, more fluids. So we can go for a meal that is very saturated in salts. Salts will also attract a lot of fluid. So let's say early morning, like we did last 2 weeks, you will have your vegetables with every meal you eat. Very important. That protects you against hypertension and diabetes, which are
factors that could lead to kidney disease.
Also overweight. So vegetables are very essential. We don't like vegetables, but you know, these are lifestyle modifications, and we should be able to incorporate vegetables into our meals. Reducing salt is very key. So most of the time, on your starchy carbohydrates like your yam, your rice, your bangkong, it is not so advisable to add a lot of salt. If you can, you are not even able supposed to add salt at all, so that you have enough in the stew. Okay, so that is a healthy way of eating. Then hydration. You are supposed to drink enough water in the day so that it will support.
Water.
So
my mother always says I don't drink enough water. So when I finish a bottle, I always show it to her. Look, clap for me. What's enough water?
This is a 500 ml bottle. By the close of the day, minimum you should have done 4 of this.
I fall short.
Yes. Maximum you should do 6 or 7, depending on the kind of work you do and how you're able to sweat.
Is there anything like drinking too much water?
There is.
Oh.
Yes.
That I've
you know,
never
too
heard.
much. Oh, I met a patient last week who wowed me. He takes 20 of this a day. That is 10 liters, and that is too much, way too much. You know, it shows your electrolytes
out of balance?
Yes, it dilutes it too much.
Oh.
Okay, so there is a restriction, there is a ceiling, and there is also the floor for you to. So maximum 3.5 is okay. Minimum 2 is okay, so that you can be able to wee throughout the day. Most of the ladies, because we don't want to go to the washroom,
so we drink
we are not willing to drink a lot of water. So it makes your urine so concentrated. So you go in the evening, you rush to the washroom. The whole day you are just going to pee once. And that is terrible. Your kidney is unable to clear your system. You do this over a period of time, you are damaging your kidneys because you are unable to help it with the adequate fluid to cleanse your system for you. So the concentration destroys the kidney over time. And also, once again, to ladies, long-lasting UTI.
Oh, Lord.
So you don't pay attention to treatments and you don't do the necessary things for you to have it reoccurring. And so constant infection also affects our kidneys. And these days...
Let me just tell our viewers the WhatsApp line so they can be a part. I'm sure the Kobe and the Momone conversation is still lingering on the minds of a lot of people. So if you are wondering how you could be a part of this very important conversation going on, lifestyle, diet, kidney issues, you can do so via using the hashtag Sunday Breakfast. Alternatively, you could also do so by sending a message to our WhatsApp line 0204 470333 0204 447-033. Right, let me just take it again. 0204 447-033. We'll be glad to read all of your message, your contributions, your questions, and anything just boggling your mind. Like myself, I wasn't too sure about Kobe, right? Because, like I said, I know people who enjoy it a lot. But yeah, you were making a point.
Yes. So that aside, we're coming back to diet. Saturated fat intake, a lot of fatty meals will also predispose us to infections in our kidneys. So most of the time, I always say our traditional meals are the best, where you don't use a lot of oil. And by early morning, you are going for bull fruits, and hey, I'm going to this again.
And that's where, because then I feel like if we go along that tangent, then we'll touch everything, right? Because so morning I'll take bull fruit. You probably say there's too much oil. Then afternoon I'll take maybe coffee brookman before lunch. Then you say, oh, maybe the way they roasted it is not hygienic. Like they always come up with something. So is the message then to preach moderation or to preach, I don't know if you get
the right way of doing it, okay? The right way of doing it. So you get up in the morning and you are taking bull fruit. I love bull fruits too, but the oil,
it's too much.
See, that is why these days we are having a lot of these issues. You end up throw your hands in the air. I had a patient like that. So, Madam Yendi, what happens to the quality of life? Our food contributes to the quality of our lives, but it should be deliberate, healthy meal planning to contribute to true quality of life, where you will have the good health to enjoy your life and have your vision come to pass. So therefore, choosing the right meals becomes very important. So I like fried rice. So every afternoon I want to go for fried rice. I like
gobe.
Gobe.
Some people
is good,
they eat
but
gobe.
Give me a lot of oil. That is what will make it wrong. Gobe is good, but giving me a lot of oil to soak it.
That be for oil kakra. Or gari. They pack the gari like.
It's okay, but at least reduce your oil intake, okay? And you go out in the night and you want to do a lot of kelewele. And now fried yam is the thing of the night.
My favorite.
Yes, we want to take more of that in the night. It is the how we eat what we love, okay? That makes it troubling. So we are not doing a lot of restrictions, but we're encouraging you to do it the healthy way so that you can protect your body, you can protect your kidney. Okay.
And you spoke about salt, right?
Salt,
I want to
yes.
believe it's the main thing in terms
Salt, yes. So salt and also saturated fats. Okay, so you look at the causes. How do you protect yourself? You have to pay attention to the causes. So you look at fat, you look at salt, you look at excess carbohydrates that will put you at risk because obesity is a key factor, okay? Hypertension is key, and they are all related to these.
How important is the eating of fruits in dealing with or in trying to prevent kidney disease?
Okay, so fruits are essential for health, okay? Fruit and vegetables. But again, if you don't know the quantity, you are going to use fruits to damage your you will get some conditions from eating too much fruit, like obesity. Okay, the sugars in fruit are also sugar. So we talk about fruit and vegetables. I always tell people, say vegetables and fruits. Let vegetables come first.
Then the fruit.
And the fruits, yes. So do more vegetables and less fruits. So you can have 1 or 2 fruits in a day, maximum 3. But you can have a lot of vegetables. These are where you get the micronutrients that supports your immunity. So fruit and vegetables will help you also prevent a lot of these diseases. But again, less fruit and more vegetables. You can always chat with vegetables.
Here. I don't think we're going to be able to finish, but let me ask. This one says, is taking a lot of water at night, what does it indicate to your system? Does it mean that you probably have kidney disease or?
No. Okay. So taking a lot of water at night might be another condition, sometimes diabetes.
Right.
Okay, so you should go and see your doctor so that you have all the assessment then.
Okay. Someone wants to know, what are saturated fats and what foods contain them?
Okay, so for us to easily identify saturated fats, okay, we will go to all the good fats contain some amount of saturated fats.
Okay.
So saturated fat is in every oil, but the amount in the type of oil you are eating is what is the trouble, okay? So coconut oil is very good. It has a lot of saturated fats. So coconut oil, for instance, you are not supposed to be on it every day. Palm oil is good, but has a lot of that. So you are not supposed to be on it every day. So your meal in a day, in a week, you can have palm oil for, let's say, 1 or 2 days in the week, and have some other good sources of oil. And even granuts is very good, but has some. So limiting the amount of oil you take is the ideal.
Okay.
So even if olive oil is good, you stick to the quantity required. Canola is good, you stick to the quantity required. Then trans fats. When these oils are used to fry, bake products, used over period of time. Let's say the same oil you have used to fry, today you use it, tomorrow you use it, the next day until it gets dirty, that becomes very toxic. Right. Okay, so these are the simple ways to protect the kind of fat you take.
Well, quite a number of messages coming in, some of which I must admit you've
already touched on.
But this one says, good morning, this is Nash watching you live in Tamale. I think that over-the-counter medications during pregnancy by pregnant women can also give birth to a child, can make pregnant women also give birth to a child with deformities, which the kidneys are exempted. I'm not sure if I get the message correctly, but it goes on to say, keeping urine in the bladder for long can also lead to a backflow of urine to the system that can lead to infection in the kidneys. Doc, are you able to, is that really the case?
Yes, so over-the-counter medication is one of the causes of kidney damage. Okay, so you will not, and lots of NSAIDs, painkillers. So you have headache, you just want to go and buy what you know it is. And the dosage we abuse. Even these days, our herbal stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, our herbals, they are good. But the dosage, we have had cases where people will leave the clinic, they will tell you they want to go and do herbal stuff. They come back with kidney damage.
Wow.
We've seen over and over. There was one that's really, so it happens. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm speechless, but if I haven't learned anything, then what I've learned is everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation, and try and reduce your salts. And let's not do without exercise. Exercise is very key.
Important.
Very, very key when it comes to
Doc, there's this message for you. This is coming in from Ahmed Tijan, who is watching you live in Tamale. He is suggesting organizing medical outreach into communities to screen people, where he goes on to say it will be a great way to create awareness about kidney diseases and in a way contribute to bringing the rate of kidney diseases in the country to an all-time low. Well, Ahmed, I guess that is why Sunday breakfast
is here.
Exactly. And of course, I'm sure Enna this year would also see how best she can go into the communities.
Yeah,
But when you are going, she take us along as well.
Yeah, we'd like to cover
We'd
that.
like to go
We're
along.
so grateful that
Interesting.
you joined us for Sunday breakfast. We are so, so grateful. Well, like I said, if you haven't learned anything, everything in moderation, lots and lots of exercises.